there was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people to build a podcast that the world has never heard. And with that, that was a little rearrangel of some words that were used in the first Avengers movie and also for the trailer for Avengers Endgame, which is the movie we're doing today on the podcast, episode 30. Jack, how has your week been? We
Pretty
definitely
good.
haven't done this 2 times.
No, not 2 times.
Well, this
Hold
is the second
on.
time we've done it, so
Yeah,
technically we've done it twice.
I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, man, I really wish I was like an editor or something and knew how to work this so I could put some like super epic music in the background of that.
While I
But
did that, yeah, no. I mean, I
yeah,
could. I can like download this onto a little USB drive, go to the Mac lab in my college, and go into Final Cut and like edit it and shit. But like, I don't want to do that. So
yeah,
yeah,
that's a whole lot of work
I
for
can
a
pay
10
someone to do
second
that.
bit.
And like, you know what? No, you know what? I was gonna say, you know what I'm gonna do, but I'm not. We have a special guest here today. My dog Milo. He's chilling at my feet right now. I have to watch over my dogs because my mom's in Florida, so he's here for the whole
Yeah,
time.
everybody
And
welcome Milo.
hello, Milo. He's a good dog. Jack likes him, and Jack's allergic to dogs.
Yeah, and I hate
He hates
dogs.
them. He actually, every time we go anywhere, there's a dog. He hates him so much he has to take medication called anti-dog pills to keep him calm.
Yeah, they're called anti-dog pills.
Only people who hate dogs to a incredible extent have to take these pills, and they're literally designed to make it so that he's able to
My
be around
hate
dogs.
is so strong for dogs that my body reacts in a negative fashion. That's really where my allergies stem from. It's
Yeah,
not genetics.
yeah,
It's
no, that's really true.
yeah, it's
I actually do have something
exclusively
funny
hate.
to add, and I didn't know if I should add this in the movie news or now. I'm gonna do it now just because I think it's funny. So you know, last week how I mentioned how it was either last week or the week before that how Russell Crowe was casted for Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I really wish I found this picture last week, but I found a picture of Russell Crowe smoking a joint in his
Oh,
Jor-El outfit from
oh,
Man of
that's pretty
Steel.
sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I thought you were gonna. I don't know. For a second, I thought you were gonna talk about me and Ashlyn just figured out that in September, Chris Evans had a dick pic leaked. Silence.
Were you being
Oh, that was
serious?
laughing. Yes, dead ass. Hold on. I'll find this tweet and I'll send it to you.
Dude,
He was on
I'm
his
also gonna I'm
Instagram.
finding the picture of Jor-El smoking a joint. I'm sending it to you.
Okay. What was I saying?
So something about
Um,
Chris Evans and his dick pic.
oh, right.
This fits
So
perfectly into Avengers Endgame. We can just transition over because you know
exactly.
Chris Evans' dick pic goes right
Um,
into Iron Man.
he was scrolling through his fucking his uh what do you call it? Like
You'll
his
get there eventually.
gallery
Yeah,
on
okay,
his
yeah.
phone. And I can't find this.
You have the dick pic?
No, I have the she sent me a link to the tweet.
Oh, okay. Um,
And yeah, so he's
why
just
did I not
scrolling
hear
through.
about this? I feel like I should have.
I know. I thought it was so weird that I just found out so late.
Oh, I knew there was shit
I can't
going
find it.
related to him, but I thought that was political stuff, so I kind of stayed out of it.
No, it was in fact just his penis.
It's
But
just his penis, which is pretty political. I don't know if you know
it
that.
was it was I was
You
like,
wait,
good
did
for
you
you.
see it and you were like, "Oh, nice job, dog."
Yeah.
You
I
actually
mean,
you
I
saw the
wasn't
dick?
disappointed in America's dick.
You saw
America's
Mr.
dick.
America's penis.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Yeah, he's like
It's on Twitter.
sliding through it. What? Yeah, it was on Twitter.
How did that happen?
Well, he posted something and he was scrolling through his camera roll, and on iPhones they have like,
Why did he keep that in his
well, he
gallery?
just didn't see it. Oh, in his gallery? Yeah, I don't know.
That was not,
Fucking eyes only. Learn how to use it, man. But
or just not. Okay, you know what? Doesn't matter. It's
I don't
whatever.
know.
Just
Do you know that Willem Dafoe has a massive dick?
yeah, they actually had to get a dick
Yeah.
double for him because his was too big.
Yes.
I forget in what
My
movie.
yeah.
We talked about this on
Ashlyn
the
told me
podcast. I'm
about
pretty
that.
sure.
Ashlyn told me about that, and she was like, "That's so funny." And then
Wait, fuck
literally.
you! We actually talked about this on the. I was the one who told
Oh,
you
did
that
we?
first. I found it on
Oh.
Instagram and I told it in one of the movie news sections.
Oh shit. Oh, I didn't remember that.
It's okay.
Oh well, maybe that's why it sounded kind of familiar.
That probably is it.
And then afterwards, like a day or two later, after she told me, I guess, uh, we were talking about movies with my mom, and famously, my mom and my dad hated Lighthouse.
Yeah,
Like I told them to watch it, and they
yeah.
hate me for it. Uh, and my mom goes, "Yeah, there's something quietly sexy about Willem Dafoe," and I just don't
No
know what it is.
way.
And me and Ashlyn both looked at each other and were like,
That's
"Oh
so. Oh my
my
god,
god."
that's so funny. I really hope your mom never listens to these.
I what do you think? No.
Yeah, of
Uh,
course not. No.
if she is,
No,
this is I
it's
was
so
gonna
funny. I always ask people like that I know if they listen to the podcast, and I'm never expecting a yes, and I don't want a yes because I feel like it'll be weird
yeah,
if they just kind of listen to me
yeah,
talk. But like, it's so funny watching them freak out every time. Like I'm just like,
yeah,
hey, do you listen to the podcast? And they go, yeah, I've listened sometimes, and
yeah,
I'm like, yeah,
exactly.
okay.
Yeah, they backpedal.
It's
Yeah.
so funny. It's
It's
so
not like a
enjoyable.
big deal. It's so
No,
funny.
I literally
But
don't care. Like I
yeah,
honestly prefer if you don't. The only
yeah,
person who just goes, "Why would I fucking listen to that?" is Corey. Like
yeah.
sometimes I go, "Hey Corey, did you listen to the podcast this week?" And he goes, "You have a podcast?"
I'm gonna text him and be like, "Hey Corey, you should listen to the podcast."
I'll do it after the episode if you do it, if we remember.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, that was my whatever. And if my mom is listening to this, I was gonna tell her at dinner, but Luke
don't.
was there, so I
Also,
didn't
why
want to
would you
say
tell her
anything
at dinner?
because it's funny.
Specifically at dinner.
Well, I mean, we were
Also, your
already
brother's in
at
high school.
dinner.
He knows what a penis is.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be like, I don't know. That's still uncomfortable. Luke is still 5 years old in my brain. It's
No, that's
so
probably
hard.
yeah. I get that.
It's like so weird, dude. I just can't. I can't wrap my brain around it. Freaks me out.
All right.
Anyway,
Willem Dafoe's massive penis. Wait,
yeah.
you want to talk about Avengers Endgame? Can you check if you're recording
Uh,
first so I don't start talking and sound like an idiot?
yeah. No, no. I've been watching this whole time, just making sure.
We're good? All
Yeah.
right. I do actually want to say something real quick. I forgot to say this when we went over Captain Marvel, but Captain Marvel has a Stan Lee opening thing. So like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm talking about, like the Marvel logo that flips through, and you know how for Black Panther they had a Chadwick Boseman one. For Captain Marvel, there's a Stan Lee one, and like like Black Panther, I would recommend to go at least see the tribute, but you don't really have to sit through Captain Marvel if you don't want. It's not as good as Black Panther.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that isn't. It's not super on the list of things. And this is the last Stan Lee cameo, I'm pretty sure, but they'll probably put him in more stuff. I know he wasn't in Spider Man, but they have a scan of his head, so I guess they can just like slap him in. But I don't want them to because I feel like that's disrespectful. We'll see
Yeah.
though. He wasn't in WandaVision. He's not in. Oh my god. Never mind.
What?
I'll talk about that at the end when we talk about the
Oh
stuff we've
my
watched.
god.
No, I just thought about it. It was something for Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Uh, like I said the last time we tried recording this, Jack, I do love this movie, and I want to show that I am looking at it with a film brain too, and it's not just like childhood nostalgia and excitement. So
Yeah.
I'm going to start off with saying some bad things about the movie, just so that I don't anger some people who are like, "You're just a toxic Marvel fanboy," you know? Which
Yeah.
is surprising the amount of people who have told me that IRL, not like on the podcast, no one comments.
In real
But
life.
yeah, no. So I don't like the fact that they felt like it was necessary to send the stones back in the middle of the big battle. I was talking about that to you a little earlier. Uh,
Yeah. That
because
is
they
kind
don't
of
have the pin particles to send them back, and they don't have the pin particles to send them. Wait, no. They don't have pin particles to send them back in time, and they don't have pin particles to return from back in time. So why would they do it in the middle of the battle? And I like Captain America's idea of just getting it as far away as possible. But if you did that, then you wouldn't have Tony snap. And I guess you can say, well, it had to happen like that because it's the one reality in which it wins. Sorry for my cough. But like that is also kind of stupid, but it's whatever. Who cares? I still love the 14,605
Yeah.
different realities. It's pretty cool. It's an easy plot way of just saying, well, this had to happen because this.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a very easy way to just be like, there's
Which I'm
no other way to question us.
yeah. There were other issues I had with the movie. Like I remember I've watched this movie many times. I think 7 in the 2 years that it's been out, which
Yeah.
actually isn't a lot now that I think about it. But it is a 3 hour
No,
movie.
it's surprisingly recent. I
Yeah, yeah.
guess doing
It
all of
does
these
not feel
Marvel
like two
movies,
years ago.
yeah, and being so surprised that everything is so long ago.
Hmm.
Endgame seems pretty recent.
I mean, I feel like it still just came out, but 2 years is still a long time, kind of. If that makes sense.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. God. There's other issues I have with the movie. Like this was the only time watching this movie that I not got bored, but I was fucking really tired watching this film and I was like, "Oh my god, I just want to go to sleep."
Yeah.
But
It's a
like
pretty muted, like, color-wise movie.
I agree with
Like, there's
that.
a lot of grays.
Yeah, which is not bad necessarily because like some of it did look really fucking good,
Yeah.
specifically the end bit. I want to say I wasn't bored at the end. It was like whenever they were doing the time heist, I wasn't bored, but I was thinking to myself, God, I'm tired. And then
Yeah.
the end
Like, it's
starts
a
and
long
I'm
movie.
just into it. Like the
Yeah.
last hour of the movie is phenomenal. It's fucking so good. Like I don't really care. I do care about plot in most things, and I think in these movies that are hyped up to have good plots, not that this one doesn't matter, but it has more leeway in my mind because this one should have been impossible. Not technically, I guess, because we haven't ever seen anything that was able to wrap up a franchise this big in the way that it did. In the fact that the Russo brothers said that the movie was 6 hours long, and they edited it down to 3, which if you're in the film industry, you know that that's fucking really difficult.
Yeah. That is pretty tough.
Yeah. So
Less than 3.
yeah, yeah, it's like it's 3 hours and 3 minutes with credits, and the credits are like 10 minutes long. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That is fucking crazy.
it's insane. I excuse the majority of the plot holes because I guarantee that they probably had a way to fix the plot hole in the 6 hour version. You know?
Yeah. Or yeah, so you would hope.
And I know that kind of sounds like a cop out, I guess, but I don't like at a movie of this scale. I think that's
Yeah.
understandable of an excuse.
I don't know.
Uh,
I think the amount of things that they've done, like the amount of things that they've like fit into this whole universe makes up for every like minor misgiving that somebody could bring up with Marvel.
I
Of course,
agree.
I haven't heard any like big ones. I'm sure there's some crazy plot hole I haven't heard, but like for everything that I've picked up on or I've heard about, there's no like it never really made me mad.
I'm
You know
sorry,
what I'm
mad about
saying?
what exactly? Oh, like the
Like
the
there's
the
no
plot.
plot hole that's glaringly bad in my eyes
Yeah, I
that the
agree with
rest of
that.
Marvel didn't make up for me.
Yeah, I mean, like I guess you can. Nope, that doesn't make sense. I was gonna explain away Hulk saying, "No, you have to get the stones back right now." I was gonna say maybe he's just like in the middle of a fight and his brain is all weird, but he is a genius. So like, I don't know. We'll see. I mean,
Yeah.
it's whatever. That is the biggest one, and it's really not even all that big of a deal because like I don't really care. Another part that like felt really forced, I guess, because this movie has a shit ton of fan service, and most of the time it's done in a almost amazing way. The only time that I feel like it was kind of like, what the fuck, this kind of came out of nowhere was the A team or A squad or I forget the name of it, the female Avengers group, because like Captain Marvel definitely didn't need their help. That's the only
Yeah,
thing that was
yeah,
going
yeah.
through my head. Like whenever Peter was like, "How are you gonna get it through that?" and I was like, "She's like the strongest thing in existence. I don't think she needs help with this."
Yeah, I
And
was
then
gonna say.
she proceeded to just fly straight and not even use their help.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I mean, fucking that's as we discussed prior, the issue with Captain Marvel and Superman and every other
Yeah,
person.
I mean,
It's
you
just
can't
that's the
do that
Superman problem.
exactly. And
Ubermensch.
I don't want anyone to take that away as I'm not okay with it like an A squad. I'm more than okay with an A squad. I think that's badass. They did such a good job in Infinity War when they had that little thing where it was like the female heroes versus the female villain. That was really cool. It was done in a way that like I didn't even notice it until like 12 times going through after I watched a video when someone pointed it out. And it was done really well and like I don't think anyone had a problem with that one. But this one was kind of like forced. As the way I
Yeah.
explained it.
I
I
don't know.
do
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense in that.
I agree.
Insane
Um,
of thought.
my favorite memory of all time is in this movie, and I know that sounds really like crazy to say that because of the fact that it's a movie. But
Right.
let me give the background, okay? At this
Sure.
time in my life, I was at a very low point, and I was kind of needing for this movie to be good. So the Thursday that it was going to be released at 12 o'clock, I was me, Kyle, and Skylar. We had a volleyball game, so it was like we didn't think that we were going to be able to see it. We thought that it was like a pipe dream. So we finished the game. We looked at the time, and we were like, "Fuck, we can make it." So we all get in the Kyle's car. We drive to his house real quick. I wash my hair in a sink just so I'm not sweaty for the movie, and we just bolt like as fast as we could all the way over to the Vidgeville movie theaters, in which we're sitting in a packed theater. Not a singular seat is left open, and just listening to everyone in the theater give out their theories before the game and the movie started. It was amazing. And then we open up to a cold open, no Marvel no Marvel logo to start it, which is didn't happen in any other Marvel movie. And with an amazing scene of Hawkeye losing his family, it was crazy. And
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
I know, right? And I like I said previously, I saw Infinity War in theaters multiple times to hear reactions. I saw this movie in theaters for multiple reactions. But like the first reaction is astronomical. Like I don't know how to explain it in a way that I can give out the hype to everyone else. But whenever I was sitting there in the theater and I saw Thor start to lose, I looked at Kyle and I was like, "Oh my god, Cap's gonna pick up the hammer!" And then the hammer came by, and I stood up and I just started screaming at the loud, like the top of my lungs. And like someone like looked at me, and then the hammer flew back into Cap's hands, and then that person that looked at me also stood up and started
Yeah.
screaming, and everyone in the theater was just erupting and yelling, and it was fucking amazing. Like obviously you guys can tell I'm kind of excited right now because of how fucking awesome that was. And then God, Tony has one of the best deaths. He has the best death in film history. I don't really care. Like I guess I guarantee that's some sort of bias, obviously, but it's done so well that it wraps up a character that has been in the works for 11 years. It was so good. Oh my god. I even got emotional last night. I almost cried. I don't even know why cuz I didn't cry the last time I watched the movie. Damn. Fuck. I love this movie. I'm sorry. Like, I, it's really hard to look at this movie with a film mind, even though I said that I was trying to. I promise you, I really tried. It's really hard though because of how fucking impactful this movie is, not on only on me, but the entire world. I don't think there's ever going to be a movie as big as this, and there definitely was no movie as big as this coming beforehand. I think it's kind of lame that James Cameron re-released Avatar so that it can beat this movie for number one selling movie of all time. Because I think if there is a movie that deserves it, it is 100% this one.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah. I've certainly not to hmm, mm, James, not to say that James Cameron didn't work as hard for Avatar,
he actually
because
worked
I know
really
he
hard for
did.
Avatar.
Right, of course
Yeah.
he did, but
Did you ever
you
hear
know,
what he said to Matt Damon?
it's not like no.
Okay, so he wanted Matt Damon to play Jake Sully, if you remember who that is. Most
Yeah.
likely not. Jake Sully's the main character. And he said
Yeah.
something along the lines of, look, here, I can make this movie without you. It's going to be a hit without you. But if we have you, we have that star name. But like I said, we don't need you. And I don't really care if you get in the movie. But if you're in the movie, you're going to get 10% of the net gain.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And
And
he's
it's
turned it
$250 million.
10%.
Yeah.
That is that is a hell of a that is the number one selling movie of all time. And someone asked Matt Damon about this, and he goes, "Honestly, looking back at it, that hurts. But my kids are eating fine, so I'm okay."
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that's very lucky that I
It's like
happen to know that information.
$250 million. Actually, let's do the math right now. I'm 90% sure it's $250 million, but let's see.
All right, and while you do that,
Uh,
Math, I will talk about my favorite scene in the MCU, which is that scene at the very, very, very beginning where Tony is kind of recovering still, and he just yells at Cap, and it's just so fucking good. And the acting between Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans is just on point. It's fucking beautiful. And he references the fact that like he's just very obviously a broken man. He just lost uh, half of the population of everything, and he thinks it's his fault because kind of is because he was the one who requested to go to Titan so that they can fight him, and he very obviously lost. And then he was on a ship for 21 days. He's dying of starvation, and he gets there, and someone who last time they talked, beat the shit out of him, and he just is kind of obviously angry. He lost his son, basically. It's so good. Oh my god, the way he portrays the actor. Oh, we're never gonna get a Tony Stark again. Oh, I'm sorry for a little gush there. That scene where Peter and Tony have like a little hug, and Peter's like talking to Tony and shit. That's also really awesome. God, that scene was supposed to be longer too, but they cut it. And then
Mhm.
it is frustrating that they cut this, but there was supposed to be a scene of all the heroes one by one kneeling to Tony Stark whenever he died. And God, I wish they kept that in the movie because I've seen it and it's so fucking powerful. And I think it would have just added to the movie.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that is pretty sweet. That would have been pretty fucking rad, but is what it is. As long as it's not like fucking 4 hours long, like other movies we know.
I don't have a problem with it being 4 hours long. It's fun to watch sometimes.
I don't have a problem with it either, except I like old me would have seeing this in theaters.
Yeah, I mean, the times I saw it in theaters, I saw it in theaters 4 times in total, and I didn't have really any problem with the runtime. But I am a special case because of the fact how near and dear to my heart this is, and like my childhood. You know?
Yeah. I in theaters I didn't have a problem with how long this was.
Did you have a problem this time?
Not really. More, I would say more of a problem, but not that much of a problem.
You know, I kind of agree with that. Um, I I like the way that they did a time jump because I feel like if they didn't, then it wouldn't have felt earned. If you know what I mean?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because if they just kind of like lost and then 10 minutes later they won, it would have been like we didn't have time inside of this world of this terrible terrible world to see how bad it could have been, and seeing 5 years later and seeing this hero that we know and love being a counselor kind of, and he
Yeah.
has nothing else to do, and not that the world's in world peace, but it's definitely more peaceful than it was previously. We can talk about that more with Falcon and Winter Soldier. Have you started watching that show yet?
No.
Dude? No, I promise you. Like this is worth your time because episodes 3 and 4, which are the best episodes of the show so far, in my opinion, are directed by the guy who did John Wick.
Yeah. No, I'm not like avoiding it. I just haven't done it yet.
I swear to God, I'm gonna somersault kick you.
Yeah. Yeah. Very sorry.
It's
I
okay.
mean, I got I'll catch up eventually, but
Eventually, you don't have to catch up on WandaVision, I guess.
oh, you know
Oh,
what? I'll just say that I'll wait till it's all out. That's all.
yeah, works for me. Hey, if you're gonna do that, then I do gotta tell you that the last episode of Invincible is this week. So if you're gonna watch
Oh
that, let's
shit.
do it this
Yeah. Okay.
week.
I do want to watch that
Yeah,
then.
Invincible is actually really good. The last episode. Okay, you know what? I'll talk about that later. We're talking about it in Endgame right now. I
Yeah.
hate beyond hate Fortnite. I hate it so much.
Okay.
I don't like BRs. BRs are not fun to me, and I hate how big Fortnite is, and I hate seeing kids do Fortnite dances through the streets, and I hate how Fortnite is in the biggest movie of all time.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Like they needed it,
Exactly. We could have just done any generic game, but they had to do
Yeah.
Fortnite. Why? Call of Duty would have been better because, like, at least that's like common.
Yeah,
I
the
mean, Fortnite's
classic.
common, but like, it would have been funny if we saw like MW2 in there, but they wanted to get all the kids to be excited. Dude, wait, what? Fuck. Oh my god. Fortnite is a part of two of the biggest cinematic universes in all of history, and I hate that. I don't know if you know
Wait.
this, but Star Wars, one of the most crucial things that went into Episode 9 is from Fortnite. So you know
Hmm.
how Palpatine came back and no one explained it?
I guess.
They explained it in Fortnite. And like it was like a requirement to listen to Palpatine's audio thing from Fortnite before you saw the movie.
Huh.
I
Yeah,
wonder
that
why that
sounds
movie
like
didn't do
something
good.
new. Yeah, right. That sounds like something new Fortnite would or new Star Wars would do.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Um,
For as much as I
well,
don't want to talk about Star Wars on the podcast, I talk about Star Wars on the podcast a lot.
yeah, we should, you make a good point.
Yeah. The score in this movie is top notch. It's almost unmatched. I think Tron Legacy is the best score, and Kung Fu Panda also is up there too. Also, actually, no, anything by Hans Zimmer is pretty awesome. But God,
Yeah.
I forget who the guy who does the score for this movie, but he just knocks it out of the park. Every single time you hear the score come in, and it just fits perfectly. Oh my God! Whenever Captain America does the Avengers assemble, and like the score just like explodes, and like, oh
Yeah.
fucking God, dude! I don't understand. Like, even if you're not a comic book fan, if you see that with the hammer flying in, he just goes assemble. If you don't get excited about that, you're not human. Like, it's just
Yeah.
not. You're just not allowed. And that end fight, ooh baby, dude, the CGI and like, oh my God, dude, you could gush about that. I know you like those big battles.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I
Just
mean,
go, yeah.
yeah, of course. I mean, everybody does, but I don't know. There's not. I don't. I feel like I'm fucking preaching to the choir. Everybody loves this movie, and everybody especially loves that big scene. I don't
You would
know.
be surprised. I do know people that absolutely hate this movie, but I think it's because they're trying to be like,
I was gonna say that's definitely just. I don't want to like the movie that everybody likes.
yeah, and I don't. That's whatever. It's not a perfect movie by no means, but I definitely think it's the most important movie of all time. At least in
Mm.
my head. I think Infinity War is almost a perfect movie. The only movie that I think deserves a perfect title is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, because I literally cannot see a single flaw in that movie. You can see flaws in Infinity War, but for a live action movie, that is like the almost perfection you can get, in my opinion, because of the sheer amount of characters and the sheer amount of shit that's going on. Like, look at this movie. Like, they fucking brought the Ancient One back for like 10 minutes. How much money do you think they had to pay that girl?
Yeah. Right.
Just for, also, what am I talking about? Natalie Portman, like she that was probably the most expensive cameo known to man.
What?
Natalie Portman, her little like tiny itty bitty, like it was just like a picture of her face. Whenever Rocket and Thor went back to Thor: The Dark World, and they had like Natalie Portman in for like literally one scene. Do you know how,
Oh
like the reason why she wasn't in Thor 3? Because
no.
she was too expensive.
Oh.
So that cameo is definitely the most expensive cameo known to man.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Probably.
God, I mean, even though that it definitely wasn't a waste of money because they made back their money in 1,000 times. But like
Yeah.
the
Right.
fact that they knew that they were able to do that is pretty cool because they were just like, let's just kind of throw everything in there to try to make everyone happy,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it worked out in a way. A lot of people had a problem with Fat Thor. I don't really. Did you like
Yeah.
Fat Thor?
No, he was all right. I
I
mean, he was
thought
kind of funny.
I thought that it was what his character like built up towards. Like throughout the previous movies, they kind of built up the fact that Thor is kind of depressed, and the fact that he just kind of like in his head, this is him because it is kind of him. He could have killed Thanos, but he didn't, and it's
Yeah. He just
hanging
kind of
over him in a
snapped.
way, and we see a physical representation of what his depression is like.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty necessary,
I
actually.
agree.
Like,
I agree heavily because Thor Thor's character changed from the first movie he was in, and it wasn't a change that no, it felt natural, but it wasn't a change that would just stay there because it was kind of random, and it kind of showed how Thor uses comedy to work around his depression, I guess, in a way, because up until the point in which he started to become funny, his life was virtually perfect and nothing bad ever happened to him. So he didn't exactly need to be funny, you know? But now that shit starts hitting the fan, he's like, I'm going to be hilarious now. And I'm going to tell New Master 69 to shove, I'm going to shove his feet up his own butt. And I thought I liked it. I liked it. I want to see where they go with Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and Thor 4, which I don't really know how they're going to do that unless they just kind of like split them up randomly, but I would also be okay with that. Ugh, I'm scared for the
yeah.
remaining Marvel universe. I'm not gonna lie to you, sir.
The what?
The remaining Marvel universe,
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
because
Everybody is because
yeah,
it's
you can't
this is the
do
peak.
exactly. This is the end of season one with Spider-Man being an epilogue.
Yeah.
You know, you haven't seen Spider-Man, right?
Which one? Isn't there
Far
like
From
three
Home
now? No,
next week's.
probably not.
Come on, whatever. Spider-Man's cool.
Come-
Come
I saw
on,
Homecoming, and then after that, I was like, yeah, I'm good.
really? Okay,
I mean,
whatever.
I liked it. I just didn't need another one.
You know, I get that. I just really like Tom Holland and as Spider-Man. He's such a good does such good performance. Well, here's the thing: you're gonna be forced to watch him next week anyway. So
Yeah, exactly. So doesn't really matter.
yeah, your opinion is completely and totally invalid.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
Get fucking owned.
Get fucking owned. You suck.
You
You
suck.
suck. So remember how I was telling you that I was having homework problems?
Yeah, with
I
your
might have,
book. Couldn't
yeah,
find
I
your
might
book.
have the ability to fix that. I'll explain that right now
Yes.
while I'm going through that on my phone, just because I needed to find a lull so I can go and do this on my phone. So I'm gonna do that and explain.
Okay.
I didn't buy the book for one of my one of my classes because it's like a core class. How do I? What the fuck? One sec. Sorry. So I didn't buy the book for one of my classes because it's a core class, and I was hoping that the other kids at the school would be able to carry me through it. And for the most of the semester, it worked. But for this one, no, it doesn't, and that's really disappointing because everyone else that has ever taken the class didn't get this assignment, and I don't have the book to do the assignment. So I need someone to go take a picture of the book because I am at home and unable to go to the library. So
Okay.
I'm having fun with that. Right now, I'm just not Googling, I'm looking up the page numbers to send to a friend so he can go get it at the library. I'm so sorry for doing this. If we had an editor, we would have edited this out.
Yeah, but that's too much effort.
Effort is something that we don't do. And we are college kids, so we have to deal with that. Fun.
That.
Yeah. I started editing my final project, The Bagel Brawl.
Oh yeah, how fun.
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny. I think it's hilarious. The acting is really bad, and I also forgot to do something, but it's fine. I'll just explain it in the description whenever I post it on YouTube. We'll see.
Interesting.
I hope it's not shit. If it's shit, I'll be sad.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's only one way to know.
Yeah, I didn't have much creative liberty in it because of the amount of time that I had and the fact that I didn't have actual actors, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Do you wait? I'm gonna look over my notes real quick to see. I didn't talk about Shrek Thanos. Shrek Thanos is in the movie. I don't know why they decided to completely make him look like Shrek with the entire clothing that he was wearing.
What?
You know, at the beginning of the movie, whenever he gets his head cut off, he's literally
Oh.
wearing the same outfit as Shrek.
Yeah, he is kind of wearing a Shrek fit.
Yeah, but he made some soup, and I guarantee he's like a Gordon Ramsay type chef.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, guy's insane.
Real snobby.
What did you think of Hawkeye in the movie?
I guess he's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm very neutral about this movie.
Really?
Fine.
Huh. Okay. Honestly, I kind of was expecting you to hate it.
No, I don't hate it. I had fun with the movie, but I don't know. It's just pretty much all Marvel movies. I'm just pretty neutral on.
Yeah, you're kind of worn out, I'm guessing.
A little, I guess, but nothing crazy. Like I obviously don't hate the movie, but I do appreciate the cool futuristic cars that they have.
Yeah, they are pretty sweet. Like whenever Tony rolled in,
Mm-hmm.
they like lingered on it for a second. I noticed that. I thought that was funny.
Yep.
Ugh, love that shit. Do you
Yeah, man.
wanna?
They have the movie. They have the money to flex.
Oh my god, of course.
Yeah.
It's Marvel. Do you really think they don't have any money?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how Disney was like fighting between the two highest movies of all time. Like Disney,
Yeah, yeah, right.
Avengers Endgame and Avatar are just kind of like constantly fighting to make more money, and Disney's just sitting back like these are both my properties. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. We're both profiting, so
Yeah,
it's
we're
not
both
bad.
profiting. Do you want to jump into movie news?
Yes, but first we're gonna take a pause.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot about that one. Okay, pause.
Pause.
I actually kind of want to use this time because I did want to talk to you about this, but I didn't know how to bring it up naturally on the podcast, and I'm doing it in the podcast so people have the ability to say something. I want to do an episode in which we don't talk about one movie specifically, but we like go through and talk about different shit. Like, the idea that I thought of was talking about different recasts and stuff like that. If you know what I mean.
Okay.
Like we can each go through and research and like come up with some fun shit. Like the fact that Hugh Jackman wasn't the first, second, or third choice for Wolverine, and then I would talk about the first three choices, and then we can go back and forth and discuss and shit.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Actually,
Just like a rambling kind of.
yeah, like we would just be like,
random shit.
damn it, who is almost cast as Wyatt Russell auditioned for Captain America back whenever that was coming out, and
Yeah.
if
Like in a an extended movie news and what we're watching.
yeah, sure. I was thinking of it more of like a what if. Like I was like, if Wyatt Russell got Captain America, how would this change the
Oh,
series?
I
You
see
know.
what you're saying.
And then we talk about how we think that it would go and if it was better or worse that it happened.
Yeah.
You like that
Yeah, that'd
idea?
be interesting.
Interesting. I wish I was
Yeah.
better at like saying what's on my mind because it took like way too long for you to get on the same brainwave as me there. God, I really shouldn't have ever made a podcast. My brain is too stupid for people to understand me. It just doesn't work that way.
Nice.
Thank you. You almost ready?
In like 30 seconds.
Pick it the fuck. Okay. Did you enjoy the picture of Russell Crowe smoking a joint?
Yeah,
As
I saved
Jor-El?
it.
Okay, cool.
I sent you a picture of Nardwar in Discord.
In Discord? I didn't see your message.
Anyway.
Oh, I see him. Who is?
Hey,
Which one's
we're
the
back.
Nardwar? The right one? Oh, that's little. Who is that?
Never mind. Nardwar's the guy who looks weird.
I don't know who that is.
Nardwar.
Is that little Nas? No, that's little Uzi, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is this
Yeah,
goofball
because
with
in
little
that
Uzi?
interview, he gives Nardwar gives Lil Uzi a fucking
People think little
God
Uzi's
damn it.
gonna die soon.
I broke. I'm thinking.
You broke?
While I'm thinking, we're gonna come right back on Spotify. Oh, that's what it was. We're talking about Nardwar and the interview with Lil Uzi Vert, and oh yeah, so Nardwar gave him a Rob Zombie poster,
Okay.
and he was like, "I'm gonna give you this Rob Zombie poster. How do you feel about this?" And Lil Uzi Vert just goes,
What?
and that's it. And
Dude, you
then the
peaked so loud that I just didn't hear the entirety of the
oh
sound.
really? It
Yeah, it
looks
was
like
funny.
one. I hope it included on my bit
I hope so
because
too.
it came in on on mine. But yeah, it was so fucking funny. And now anytime Ashlyn and I think of Nardwar or interviews or I don't know, fucking any
You
noise
just
that
look at each
sounds like
other and
that.
go.
Yeah.
Dude,
So fucking
people think that
funny.
Little Uzi's gonna die because of the one, they think he's in the 27 club, and then also
Yeah.
because of the diamond in his head and the fact that I think that it's gonna kill him. People say. I don't know.
Yeah, well, didn't he say he was like, "Yeah, I got this put in," and then the guy said, "If you move it wrong, it'll kill me."
Yeah,
And
I
we
don't
were
know
just
why
like,
he did
"Oh,
that. His name is Vision now, right? So
is it?"
he just wants to be like Marvel Vision. Good for him. I don't know why he's such a beta superhero, but good for him.
Change his name?
Yeah, Vision. All he does is get his
Seriously?
ass kicked.
Like,
What?
like real shit. He changed his name.
I'm not 100% sure. There's someone from class told me that one time. Can we get in the movie news?
Oh my god.
Is it actually?
No, I just couldn't type.
Oh, okay. Type better.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Also known as Sila Virgil Renji Bailey.
I feel like it wouldn't be hard to look up his name.
No, I looked up Lil Uzi Vert name change because I looked up Lil Uzi Vert and he came up. So I don't know. I don't know. Known professionally as Lil Uzi Vert.
He
Yeah,
he calls himself Visionary. I'm not joking.
that's pretty sweet. Like Flo Rida.
Yeah, but like he tells them to call him like it's Vision and like little dashes and then Airy at the end. So he wants people to call him Vision, but his thing is Visionary.
Okay.
I don't know if that's his actual name, but that's his nickname apparently.
I was talking about fucking that's what I was thinking about that. Logan Paul was on WrestleMania last night.
No way.
I didn't talk about that in this version of the podcast, but I
Did you?
watched WrestleMania last night. And yeah, or fucking Logan Paul showed up and we thought he was gonna fight and he didn't fight. And he just stood back and watched and just like shook his head and like shit in a chair. And then at the very end, okay, well, so the story went. There was this one guy. His character arc was that he's a conspiracy theorist. Sorry, that like peaked. he's just a conspiracy theorist, and that's his whole spiel. And for whatever reason, I guess Logan Paul was like, "Yeah, I'm with you." And so he brought him into the ring as his quote unquote honorary guest. Uh, and then he fought his the conspiracy theory guy fought the bad guy who was his ex best friend. So they fought, and then Logan Paul was just there, I guess. And then Logan turned his back on the conspiracy theorist because he was losing. Uh, and then at the end, Logan Paul tried to join sides with the bad guy,
No
and
way.
then he got fucking like suplexed. And then they took him out, and he was like fucking crying and shit. And you were like,
That's
yeah,
so funny.
he's
I
really
hate
good.
him.
Yeah, he was pretty bad. I was like, they should like pretend drop like some dude, like some hung dude,
Oh my god, no.
and be
Dude,
like,
you can't
remember
do
this?
that.
Hey man,
Yeah, I
fucking,
mean,
I
he did
can't
it and
believe
he's
he
still
did that
famous.
shit, dude. I can't believe that.
I
And
actually
nobody
do
else
listen to
would
his
come
podcast
back from that.
sometimes, and it's really funny. And
Yeah, dude. Sometimes there was the one recent episode, he did an episode with a rapper, and the rapper was like,
did you go to
"Yeah,
Japan?
to Japan."
Yeah, he was like, "Have you ever been to Japan?" And Logan just looked at him and went, "Dude." It was
Yeah.
so fucking funny.
Fuck.
Oh my god. And there's another episode of the podcast, and this is very vulgar, so if you are a child, close your ears. So he said that one time this girl came up to him and was like, "Hey," and he goes, "Hey," and then the girl goes, "You don't remember me, right?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm sorry." And she goes, "We slept together." And he goes, "I don't know about that. I remember everyone I slept with." And she goes, "I sucked your dick 5 times in one night." And he goes, "Uh, thanks."
Nice.
I
That's
know.
great.
And that's
I
the
think
only
the
other
dude's
memorable
great.
moment of the podcast I've heard.
Yeah. That's fucking, that dude sucks.
He's just the worst.
Dude sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Highly
fucking
recommend WWE though.
yeah, 100%. I don't understand how he's still famous. I don't get it. He uploaded a
I don't know
video
why.
hanging and then apologized in a very fake way, and then the very next video he tased a rat.
We were yeah. We were really we were really hoping that he was gonna come out in that stupid ass hat he was
Oh
wearing.
my god, that would have been so funny.
That would have been so funny.
Oh my god. Well, we should probably get in the movie news. We've delayed it a
Yeah,
bit.
that's movie
Um,
news.
Daisy Ridley, the girl who plays Rey from Star Wars, read the script for Spider-Woman, and she said, "Love the idea of it. Of course, I'd be open to anything." That doesn't sound very optimistic, but I think it would be pretty cool to see
Yeah.
her as Spider-Woman, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. She's a good actress, too. She just kind of got a bad role in Star Wars.
Yeah, she did kind of get a bad rap.
Oh my god, why did I screenshot this? This is a lot of reading. Okay. All right, I gotta get myself ready as someone. Okay, Ray Fisher, the man who plays Cyborg. Oh my god, I know this is gonna be fun. From Zack Snyder's Justice League, he said, "I
Yeah.
don't believe some of these people are fit for the positions of leadership." He said that in relation to the Warner Brothers executives, and he said, "If I can't get accountability, at least I can make people aware of who they are dealing with." He also said, because he then decided to give out their names and say these guys are bad people.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Good for
I'm
him.
not gonna do that. Wait one
Look
sec.
it
I
up.
gotta read this one. People have been asking James Gunn if he had any characters in his Suicide Squad movie that Warner Brothers shot down. I think he said no, but he did say that the majority of the Warner Brothers executives had some very funny reactions to the characters that he pitched to them. So they probably were like, "This is gonna suck."
Yeah.
They probably looked at all these weird ass goofy characters and were like, "This is gonna be terrible."
Yeah.
Do you know the Netflix show Jupiter's Legacy? Well, soon to be Netflix
No.
show. What'd you say?
No, it
Okay.
doesn't sound that familiar.
Well, it's a trailer just released for it, and it comes out May 7th. I have no idea what it's about. Didn't watch the trailer, didn't care, but it is movie news, so that is a thing. It sounds like Jupiter Ascending, and that movie was really bad, so I'm gonna try to avoid this one like the plague. I hope it's good though. James Wan's the Trench movie was canceled due to people believe
Trench
the Warner Brothers executives believing that the Aquaman sequel was enough for that franchise, and also Darkseid's appearance in the Zack Snyder Justice League caused Warner Brothers to cancel the New Gods movie that Ava DuVernay. I'm not gonna try with that one. That girl, she was going to be directing that one, but it's not happening anymore. R.I.P. Chris Hemsworth, the big man himself, said that he is the fittest and strongest he's ever been for a superhero movie for Thor: Love and Thunder.
That makes me feel so good about myself.
Honestly, yeah, me sitting over here, really skinny boy, barely able to run up a couple flights of stairs without dying. Ugh.
He's like, I'm even better than when you thought I was perfect.
If you thought I was perfect before, see me now, dude.
Yeah.
Have you seen Natalie Portman in the set photos for Thor?
No.
Oh my god, she is fucking ripped.
Really?
You know that like the girl on TikTok that does like the dances that people
Yeah,
call her
yeah,
like
yeah.
Ape? Yeah, that's what she looks like.
That's great.
She is massive right now. She's
And then
huge. It is crazy.
she's matched them, whatever for whatever.
Okay. Thor and Natalie Portman are the two strongest people in the world.
Yeah.
According to Forbes, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is currently the most popular show in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Just pretty cool, I guess. I mean, up to you. Damn it! I screenshotted this one because I wanted to talk about it. Robert Pattinson's statement on the Batman pressure, but it's like a really long quote. Okay, I'm gonna say the small one because there's two quotes. He said, "Well, it's funny. I've just noticed that every single time I say one sentence about Batman, there's some massive I'm offending swaths of Batman fans, and I think that's funny because he also just doesn't give a shit."
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this before, but I think it's funny how that one time, like, he literally doesn't give it. He lies to like almost every reporter because he thinks that it's funny. And he was like, "I want to see what kind of shit that they'll believe." So he said that like there was like a clown chasing him at one point, and then also, this one's actually true. This story that he told, that he had a stalker, and he was like just one day really bored, and he was like, "Fuck it." So he went to go have dinner with his stalker, and he said that he was so annoying apparently that the stalker just never wanted to be around him again, so she never stalked him again.
That is great. I think I heard about that actually.
I think I told you that whenever we did the lighthouse.
Oh yeah, maybe.
But it is always really funny to talk about because I fucking love this guy. Also, I don't know if anyone is listening and they don't know the Batman name for him. Like, you know how there's Batfleck and shit. His is Rob Battenbat. That's it. If you want the spelling, I can send it to you.
I'm changing my fucking name on everything. Rob Bat.
But you have been Jack for like a while.
Yeah, Bat.
Jack Bat.
Dude, I fucking love that.
Thank you. I stole that from a podcast, but I think it's really funny, so I'm gonna keep it going. Also, that same podcast that made up Rob Battenbat, they had a hashtag that was hashtag mullet for Superman before Justice League came out because they knew that he was being brought back. And Zack Snyder actually saw it and wanted to give Henry Cavill a mullet and a beard, but Warner Brothers said no.
Oh.
Which is a shame because in the actual comics, when Superman returned, he had a mullet and his black suit, which is pretty fucking okay. I don't have an opinion.
Okay.
I do actually have a question before we get into what we watching, because I was just like watching a video and they brought up the question of, is there such thing as too famous? And I wanted to ask you about that because I don't know if that's true or not. Because in the context of what they're saying, they were like, there's some actors on the planet that if I see them in a movie, I'm immediately taken out of the movie because I know that they're an actor. You know? So is that a thing?
Yeah.
I want to hear your opinion on it.
Oh, I guess now that you say that.
Did I just ruin movies for you?
No, it doesn't ruin any movies for me. That I think is kind of ridiculous to say, but I do understand what they're saying. Where like when I see an actor I know, of course I know it's an actor, but the fucking job of an actor is to play somebody else. And I know if I know the actor, it's most likely that I know they're going to do a good job. So it's kind of the opposite. but on the same side, when I see an actor I don't know, that's maybe like B tier, C tier, that I don't see in the big box office movies, I am more inclined to believe that it's just a random person, and they don't apply to anyone else. So
Yeah.
I guess I see what they're coming from, but no.
Yeah, it's I think like the most extreme way that you can think about it is having like Chris Evans be a villain now, and we've seen him so long as being like Captain America, like the number one guy, and then if we see him as a villain, we're just not going to believe he's a villain because of that. But I also don't really believe that because, have you seen A Marriage Story?
Not all of it, no, but I have seen it.
Okay, I think the acting in that movie is absolutely insane to the point that whenever I was trying to describe the movie to people, I didn't say, fuck, why am I blanking on her name? Scarlett Johansson. I didn't say Scarlett Johansson. I didn't say Adam Driver. I actually said the names of their characters in the movie
Yeah.
on accident, and it was such a fucking good job. And whenever I saw that movie, I didn't think Kylo Ren and Black Widow. I just saw them as
Yeah,
actors because they were doing such a fucking phenomenal job.
Yeah.
But there's also people like Ryan Reynolds, in which I can only see him as Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
But
that's
he's
fair.
not doing
I
anything
see
serious nowadays.
Deadpool.
Well, he is Deadpool though.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
like Chris Pratt, he was in Zero Dark 30, right? He was in
I
some
fell
sort
asleep,
of darker
to
movie
be
in which
honest.
he had to be serious, and like I kind of didn't believe his performance because of how funny he is of a person, you know? Like he did a
Yeah.
really good job of being serious, but I kind of just saw the movie and
Wait,
was like, "What?
see.
Is he?" Okay, now I want to Google it and see if he was
Yeah,
in
I'm
Zero Dark
looking it
30.
up right now.
I will be very happy if he is, because then my memory is top notch.
Um,
Oh, look at that!
Is
Look
it
at
him?
that! He's in it. Oh wow, I'm insane, dude.
Yeah, he is. And he took a really silly picture for the catwalk.
Yeah, exactly. See, that kind of adds to my point, though. Like, I'd say some people have the ability. No, again, I'm going back on it because Heath Ledger did only romance movies before Dark Knight, and then he came in the Dark Knight and just was that.
Yeah.
So I don't think anyone who I don't have the knowledge to say this because I wasn't really like intelligent at the time whenever the movie came out. But I don't think people saw Dark Knight and was like, "Oh, that's Heath Ledger," and was like, "Oh, this movie's bad because Heath Ledger was being a bad guy." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone was. I don't know. I guess it depends. That was a stupid little John. You want to get into what we watching this week?
Sure. I know I'm
Okay.
watching something, but I can't think of what it is.
I have a lot of stuff.
Um,
I dabbled a lot this week. I started Rick and Morty season 4. I
is it
watched
on
like
5? I thought it was
it's
on 5.
it's a what?
I thought it was on 5.
It is going on to 5, but I didn't watch 4.
Oh, that's good for me.
If 5 isn't out yet, no. 4's not bad. I think it's fun. I like Rick and Morty. I'm not like a huge Rick and Morty head. I actually own a T-shirt, but I didn't buy that myself, so that's not my fault. It's funny. I enjoy Rick and Morty. Solar Opposites is a show. Like I think it's a spinoff or something. It's also very
Yeah, it's really
enjoyable.
funny.
Yeah. I started watching Cowboy Bebop again, and holy shit, that show is so good, dude. Have you seen
Yeah,
that
it
yet?
is. Yeah, okay. I've seen it all, but I wasn't really paying attention to all of it. So
That's fine. I respect that. It's not for everyone because like one of the themes of the show is boredom. So like
yeah,
it's slow at times, and the score only really happens at specific moments, and a lot of the time it's like silent.
oh, but when the score is there,
Oh, and the score is good. The score is good. I love Cowboy Bebop score. Milo, stop! I'm finishing up the podcast. You can go outside afterwards. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, he keeps pawing at me. I finished Harley Quinn actually like 10 minutes ago. Well, not 10 minutes from whenever we started the podcast.
Yeah.
And that show is like actually really good, and I do recommend watching it. It wraps up in such a really good way that I hope that they don't make another season. I don't think they are because they literally put the end title card at the end of the season.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
gonna hope that they
That's
don't.
not-
But you know how like money is.
Yeah.
The last episode of Invincible was fucking amazing, and if anyone is listening to the podcast religiously and they've heard me talk about Invincible and haven't watched the show yet, what the fuck are you doing? Go watch Invincible right now. It is incredibly good. The last episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier, also fucking really good. I think the episode of Invincible was better, but I also have a weird attachment towards Invincible. Are you gonna jump up on my lap? Don't you dare do that. Sorry. Falcon and Winter Soldier is crazy. To not spoil it for Jack or anyone else, just watch the episode, please. It's really good, and just watch the show. This one I think is gonna make you happy, Jack. I started Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yay!
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I like it.
It just gets better over time.
I can believe that. The animation's fucking crazy. That
You're watching,
huh?
you're watching sub, right?
No.
You should watch sub.
Why?
Because the dub
Sucks. I know, but that's kind of funny.
Yeah,
That's the
it's pretty-
point. Like, I started it because I was watching with some people, and they were like, "I refuse to read right now," and I said, "Okay, cool."
Oh,
Just put it
okay.
on the dub.
Yeah, there's this one clip I'll have to send to you because he like goes, "You're such a bitch."
Dude, I think the dub is hilarious. Dude,
It's interesting.
whenever she like, also I like the random pop culture references in it, like how they said the Rasengan, the Kamehameha, Bankai,
Yeah.
and like
Oh, no,
they
you're fine.
mentioned Smash Bros. So the one of the characters was like, "Are we playing esports, dude? I'll fucking kill at Smash Bros." But only the
Yeah.
Wii one. Thought that was really funny. The show's actually really good. My favorite fight so far probably is that one. I don't care about spoilers because you've seen the show already.
Yeah.
They fight that like high grade. It's the one where Itadori dies. You know, where the big bad demon inside of him takes out his heart and then fights against his friend.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that one's
pretty.
pretty awesome.
Oh,
How his
holy
friend was
shit,
just launching him.
you're almost to the best fight in the show.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yes.
Right now, Gojo just beat the shit out of a volcano guy.
Oh,
But that's the best fight in the show. Jack?
I'm kind of partial to that fight.
Why? I don't like it. I mean, I liked it. It was awesome because Gojo's sweet, but like,
Oh, never mind.
but like,
there's a better one at the end of the show. Now that I think about it.
okay, I just don't like that volcano guy. He has a really stupid design. But he got shit rocked, and it was so funny whenever Itadori showed up, and Gojo was just gooning on him.
Yeah,
He was like, "I brought
like
him just to watch because I want to fucking goon on you."
yeah, simply because you see Gojo's power.
Yeah, and it's pretty
It's
sweet.
just fucking better than anybody else's ever.
It doesn't make sense. If your power is called infinite, then I feel like you have the ability to be the strongest
Like,
character in the show. Like,
what are
without
you
a doubt.
gonna do?
Like, his power is you can't touch him.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's
And he
awesome.
and he's all fucking
Ugh,
so good.
he is pretty cool. He has beautiful eyes.
Yeah, he does.
What a cutie. You have any shows that you're watching?
I think I already might have mentioned that I'm watching
Aldo walked away, and I don't know where he's going, and now I'm scared.
I'm watching Naruto Shippuden with Ashlyn.
Again?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you watching filler? Did you watch the first one?
No, we're not watching filler.
Did you watch
She
Naruto?
watched some of the first one.
You guys suck. You can't watch a long show like that and not watch the first like fucking 100 episodes.
Nah. That's what I did. So.
I know, and I'm still calling you a fake Naruto fan. I don't even like Naruto all that much, and I still am a bigger fan.
Yeah, I fucking hate Naruto, but
I don't hate it. I don't hate Naruto. I just think that there's better anime to watch.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I don't like the first one, but
I think Bleach is a lot better.
Then there's I started watching this movie on HBO called Three Kings, and it's like have you ever seen Stripes?
Nope.
Okay, it's like that's like a comedy movie. Like this dude loses his job and doesn't know what to do, so he joins the army and just fucking clowns on everybody and turns out to be like a war hero. It's like a comedy.
It's like Rambo.
I have a pop film.
Well, it's like comedy version of Rambo. You know what I mean? Like yeah.
Ish. I have a pop of the main character from Stripes on my thing.
Really?
Which is funny because nobody knows that movie is, but
well, I
Three
have
Kings,
Game of Thrones pop figures, and I don't want to get rid of them because I think the first 7 seasons are good, but I also didn't want to keep them after season 8.
Yeah.
Did you finish that show yet?
No, fuck. What do you think I'm doing? No.
Not watching it, obviously, because you don't bring it up anymore.
I watch other things because I'm kind of bored of it right now. So
Also,
I'm
it's just
like,
I think it was overhyped, but like the show itself is really good, but it's overhyped.
Yeah, it's fine, but it's definitely overhyped.
Yeah.
But anyway, Three Kings is great. It has the main characters Let me double check who this guy's name is.
Okay.
Anyway, it's the Gulf
Ah.
War, and they're all trying to find Saddam Hussein's yeah, it's Ice Cube. The three main characters: Mark Wahlberg, George Clooney, and Ice Cube, and they're trying to find Saddam Hussein's bunker of gold in Kuwait after the war's over. And it's just fucking hilarious. They find a map for it in some dude's ass.
It's like the watch. It's the watch from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, yeah. I kept this.
I kept this in the only place that I knew I could keep it safe. Up my ass.
That's such a fucking quotable thing. Dude, I keep saying in the fucking one line that he goes, I'm pretty fucking far from okay. I say that all the time now. He's like, you're right. I'm pretty fucking far from okay.
Oh my god.
And he has the fucking
What's that
katana.
actor's
Anyway,
name?
that guy's actor's name?
Yeah.
I really don't see him in a lot of things.
But I know his voice. Like, he has like a very distinct voice.
He does, but I feel like what's that called? Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. I'm gonna say something that I forgot to say when we were going to Endgame. I just randomly remembered it because it was in my Google. That scene where Captain America is standing by himself in front of the entire army of Thanos is fucking beautiful. It looks amazing. And it also is a reference to the comics in which Cap one time went up to Thanos and said, as long as one man stands against you, you'll never be able to claim victory. And I thought that was a really cool reference with a really cool visual. And fuck yeah, dude.
I didn't know this guy's name.
What is it?
Ving Rhames.
Ving Rhames, cool.
Ving Rhames. I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
Did you know? That reminded me of Viggo Mortensen for some reason because the V in their name.
Holy shit, he's in so many things.
Did you know that?
Call of Duty World War II, Guardians of Galaxy Volume 2. Shit.
Oh, wow, a lot of things. A game and a movie.
Okay, well, in like hundreds of other things. But
okay.
Keep going.
Did you know that Viggo Mortensen wasn't cast for Aragorn and Lord of the Rings? It was actually another homie, and they started filming, and then the director, which is leaving my head right now, and I'm so sorry about that for anyone who cares. He's like famous and shit, but he just was like, yeah, this isn't working, so they just kind of kicked him.
Huh. Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, sucks for that guy. Damn, hate to see it.
Yeah.
Also, fuck, we mentioned him recently because no, we didn't. He played a Bond, one of the James Bonds. He was offered the role of Gandalf, but he turned it down because he didn't understand it.
Oh.
Which makes sense because he's older now, I think.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is that everything you've watched? Pierce Brosnan. That's his name, by the way. Sorry.
Pierce Brosnan. Oh, yeah. I'm continuing Dune. I'm like 200
Yeah, I saw that. I saw you reading that in your hammock.
Yeah.
You have a hammock. That's sweet.
Swipe up. That's not my hammock, but
oh, who cares? It's sweet that you're able to just chill in it. Is
Yeah.
that like on campus or is that Ashland's?
It's Ashland's, but it is on campus.
Do you have a problem with
sorry. I'm on Instagram. Okay. I guess that means it's time for us to wrap it up, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Adios, everyone. We'll see you next week with Spider-Man.
See you guys.
Far From Home. Yep. Goodbye.